Hello and good evening, students. Today we are going to solve an example of stoichiometric calculation. Stoichiometry is based on balanced chemical equation, the calculations which we do according to the balanced chemical equations. So first of all we read this example, and then we will discuss certain rules used in stoichiometric calculations, and then we will solve this problem. The problem given to us is that methanol, that is CH3OH, methanol burns according to the following equation, and this equation is given to you. You have to check that this is the balanced chemical equation or not. But in stoichiometric questions, if the equation is given to you in the question, mostly that is the balanced chemical equation. But there are few questions where equation is not given to you, statement is given to you, and you have to um, write down the balanced chemical equation by yourself. So here in this case, a balanced chemical equation is however given. So they have asked that if 3.50 moles of methanol are burnt in oxygen, calculate how many moles of methanol are used. Now the first important thing is that you have to find out that if the balanced chemical equation is given to you or not. So in this case that is given to you. The second important thing is that you have to emphasize on the question. You have to focus that in the question the relationship or the calculation is asked according to which two species. Remember that there are four total chemical species given in this balanced chemical equation: methanol, oxygen, carbon dioxide, and water. But in this question you have been given 3.50 moles of methanol are burnt in oxygen. You have been asked that if 3.50 moles of methanol are burnt in oxygen, how many moles of methanol, sorry, not methanol but oxygen, are used. So how many moles of oxygen will be used to completely burn 3.50 moles of methanol? So let's come to the solution. As we know that we have to calculate the number of moles of oxygen and the number of moles of methanol is given. So we can write it down in the form of data as well in solution. First of all, we write down the data known to us and the data which we can find out according to the balanced chemical equation. So the data given in this question is number of moles of methanol given 3.50 and number of moles of oxygen has to be calculated. But according to this balanced chemical equation, an important data is present, already present, without the question, or you can say other than question, very important data is present. That is the molar ratio between methanol and oxygen. We require the molar ratio between methanol and oxygen only according to the requirement of this question. So for or to burn 2 moles of methanol, we require 3 moles of oxygen. So we can write it down that 2 moles of methanol are burnt in 3 moles of oxygen according to this balanced chemical equation. And then you have been asked that if you are having 3.50 moles of methanol, how many moles of oxygen will be required. So we can write it down as 3.50 moles of methanol will require 3 into this 3.50 divided by the 2 moles of methanol. So let's calculate it. 3 into 5.25 moles of oxygen. So it means that if we have to completely burn 3.50 moles of 3.50 moles of methanol, we require 5.25 moles of oxygen. So this is how we solve stoichiometric uh, examples, calculations. And in our next video lectures we will solve some other examples related to stoichiometry, and there we will see that we are having different type of calculations, which we can do different type of calculation between different quantities like volume, mass, and the moles, and the number of particles as well, by using Avogadro's number as well in our calculation. So till next lecture, Allah Hafiz.